Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. So here's the Viking offense making their way out. As we take a peek at Sam Darnold, the former USC Trojan and third pick in the 2018 draft.
He had the numbers of a game last week that if you win, you talk about him being a gritty guy, managing the game, getting it done. But they lost. So obviously 2 interceptions, 1 touchdown pass, that's not going to be good enough. Got to get that changed around.
23 yards on the pickup there and a first. Opening quarter, his opening carry of the game, and I think they'll give it to him a few more times, as they should.
You're exactly right about that. With that type of a run, you want to repeat it many times until they show signs of stopping it. I think he did his visualization exercises before this one, and they're paying off.
A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete. He was trying to find Justin Jefferson there. And now it's second down. You look at this Eagle defense. We know they're going to be tough to throw on. Top 3 in the NFL defending the pass.
And I'm struggling a little bit trying to really categorize this crew. They're top 10 in the league against the pass, but the bottom half of the league in sacking the quarterback. That doesn't make sense. Imagine if this group ever put pressure on the QB, they'd easily move into the top 5.
They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. They'll try and run for it with Jones. He's going to be a yard short. Needed 2, but only got 1. 4th down.
This team doesn't mind running the ball in any situation, and I thought he was going to get the first down the way the play developed, but the defense closed in and stopped him just about a yard short.
And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4th. They snap it. They're going for it. Here's Darnold. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. And the drive stays in motion with a nice 8-yard pickup on 4th. And he gets it down to the 32. From the 32-yard line now, here's a 2nd and 9. Darnold. Going underneath, he's got Hawkinson. And he is going to lose yardage here. They wind up losing a couple there, so they go behind the original line of scrimmage, and now 3rd and 11 coming up.
And we constantly talk about people being on the same page. In this situation, the 2 of them saw the play with the same eyes. They understood where the open spaces were going to be, and they found a way to get there to pick up a new set of downs.
Now they're coming up on play number 8 of this opening drive, but they're looking at a 3rd and long. Now Darnold. And he is going to lose yardage here. Now whistles and a timeout. Looks like we've got a Viking slow to get up. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. Now the Vikings will send out the special teams crew here for a field goal try. From the left hash, this from 53 yards out. And this one is right through. And the Vikings have a 3-0 lead. They were probably hoping to get him a little bit closer for a shorter field goal, but he was able to get it done from deep.
Nice little tester for him to begin things, huh? I think he was open for a little bit more of a chip shot. Instead, they made him stretch it out a little bit, but he's got to feel great now that he put it through the pipes.
Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away. He takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. Philly's offense getting ready, and Jalen Hurts ready to lead them. The 2nd-round pick who started his career at Alabama, then finished with an electric senior season at Oklahoma.
Okay, I thought there was something to build on in last week's game by his performance. I thought he played fairly well overall. The numbers won't knock your socks off. 2 touchdown passes and an interception. The bottom line, though, they lost.
Yeah.
How does he eliminate that one interception, continue to take care of the ball, and maybe increase the number of times he puts the ball in the end zone with a receiver?
They keep it with Barkley on first down. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 10 yards there and an Eagle first down. The Eagles had 2-2 through the first 4 weeks of the season. They were losers last time out, trying to turn things around here in this one.
And it always helps to have a home crowd behind you, giving you encouragement as long as you give them something good to cheer about. So, you know, they just want to come out and play well for their faithful, and I expect them to do just that.
We take a look at his numbers on the ground last week. He was creeping up toward 200 yards, thought he was going to get there, didn't quite make it, but also 2 rushing touchdowns.
And even if he only got about half those numbers this week, his team would take it in a heartbeat, wouldn't they? Because last week, he was spectacular.
They'll go to Barkley again, and he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Hurts sets up to throw it. This short throw caught by Goddard. And he is going to have an Eagles first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. So after several rushes to start the game, Charles, they go to the air there and get a nice completion.
Nice mix-up on the play calling, right? Establish the running game, make the defense think you're going to do it again, and then hit them over the top. Now you've got them betwixt and between. They don't know which way you're going to come at them.
Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4.
Back-to-back 4-yard runs. Now, look, if they just do that all the way downfield, ball ends up in the end zone, but that's a little difficult to do.
Yeah, I think now 3rd and 2, that defense ready to stiffen up and stop that run. They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And he's going to have a first down here as he gets this one to the 17-yard line. 41 yards rushing so far, and this is just their first possession. They've got a new set of downs here. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Saquon Barkley. He has career touchdown number 78, tying in with both Eddie George and Frank Gifford on the all-time list. And the Eagles are able to answer the early 3 points and take a first-quarter lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. Now we'll get a stoppage here as it appears we've got an Eagle slow to get up. Well, the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. After 1, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. The Vikings with the football here to begin the second quarter as they're looking at a 2nd down and 9 to go. Now it's Darnold. This one brought in by Jefferson. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
Jefferson going to go in motion right. From the gun on third down, here's Darnold. Flushed, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Buried for the sack by big Jalen Carter. So on fourth down, on is the punter, Ryan Wright. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. And taken right on the 30. Found good room to run there. Returns it 14 yards. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. The offense takes the field, and we turn our attention to Saquon Barkley. And he's well on his way to a 100-yard game. He's already more than halfway there. We're only in the second quarter.
And what I've always loved about running backs is they'll tell you, I had no idea how many yards I had. Right. Those guys have an innate sense of where they are in a ball game and how many yards they've accumulated, because you know they're always working towards 100.
He's been working well towards 100 here. Second down, here's Barkley again. And a pretty athletic run right there as he's going to get this down inside the 40. And he continues to have success running the ball here in the first half as he's already closing in on 100 yards for the game. A first down carry for Barkley. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Saquon Barkley, his 7th rushing touchdown on the year, as his guys are able to extend their lead. Elliott good on the extra point, and that pushes the lead up to 11. The drive there only spanning 3 plays. And it ends with a Saquon Barkley touchdown run. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And able to get this out to the 25. And now out comes Minnesota. Their deficit is 11, 14-3, and needing to get something going here as they come up on 1st and 10. Off of play action, Darnold. This one swung out here to Jones. Short completion, just 4 yards, and it'll be second down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
That's a good, nice, crisp run for a first down. I wonder if the defense might have been loosened up a little bit, maybe anticipating a pass instead of the run that they got.
Back to throw, Darnold. And his pass incomplete.
And I can see the officials kind of looking at each other down there, silently wondering, does this meet the level of grounding? Fortunately, he did have a receiver in the area, but I have seen less obvious throwaways called as penalties.
Now a 2nd and 10. Now a handoff. Running left is Jones. And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down. Defensively, though, they had a chance there to hit him for a loss. Couldn't get it done.
Looked like someone was able to knife into the backfield, but he wasn't able to get him down. But his compatriots, they were able to grab him at the line of scrimmage and not let him get any further downfield.
That is caught. And he will have a Vikings first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Yeah, these are the types of plays they're going to need to hit on if they're going to get back into this game. It hasn't been the greatest of first halves, but this is a nice throw here on 3rd down, and they keep the drive going.
Now a first down carry by Jones. Flashed the stick skills, but didn't get a ton from it. Stopped short of the 35. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? when the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
And this one too low.
It's a tried-and-true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. And this offense on third down today, they've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 4. Going underneath, he's got Hockenson. And he's able to get it to the 31, and that's enough for the first. Give him 6 yards, and they do convert on 3rd. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They go back to the ground with Jones. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. 63 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half. We've got a 14-3 ball game with 2 minutes left in the opening half. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Here's Darnold. This is caught. 3 yards is the gain that time. 2nd and goal.
Began this throw, you saw that the area was congested, but he has a lot of confidence in his arm, and he picks that one in there nicely. They pick up the catch. Not much yardage afterwards.
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. Jones will score. Touchdown, Vikings.
Well, he'd been the workhorse on this drive, and it would have been unfair to bring someone else in to finish the job. So they go back to him again, and he delivers with a touchdown run.
The extra point splits the uprights, and that makes it a 14-10 ball game. Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. The Eagles offense and running back Saquon. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. So for this offense, Charles, remember drive 1 made it to the end zone. Drive 2 resulted in a touchdown as well. Now they'll try to make it 3 for 3.
Yeah, and you know, they told us all week that this was the plan and this is what they wanted to execute, but did they really believe it would happen this well, this efficiently? I know they'll take it, and afterwards they'll say, there's never a doubt in our minds we were going to be successful in this one.
The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
This time for Smith, and it's intercepted. Picked by Cameron Bynum. And the Vikings will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line. Good starting field position for the Vikings as they have it 1st and 10 at their own 43. After the interception, here's Darnold. Catch is made by Hockenson, the tight end. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. 2nd and 5. Here's Darnold. He lets one go deep for Addison. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
One thing that offensive guys stress when they throw the deep ball, you're just counting on your receiver to find it, adjust before the defensive back can get his head around. In this case, though, the DB matched it move for move and knocked it away.
To throw is Darnold. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. That 3rd down conversion good for 23. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Darnold now to throw. Johnson with a completion over the middle. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number one. Now 2nd and 3. Back to throw again. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31.
The pressure from multiple guys there as they bury him for a big 9-yard loss.
And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call.
I spent a lot of extra time preparing for this game watching this offensive line because they gave up 5 sacks last week in their loss. They just gave up another one now. They don't seem to be working together as a cohesive unit. Right? 4 guys might have it right, but the 5th guy is giving something up. They've got to find a way to all get on the same page.
So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And this will go as a short gain on what will be the final act of this first half.
So, well, we'll move right through the break then, skipping halftime and back to the field for the start of the second half.
And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. So the Eagles with the lead, and they're going to get this football first as the third quarter gets underway.
And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. The Eagles offense and their running back getting set for this next possession. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And they've got the lead, CD. What do you expect from them in this second half?
Well, I like what they were able to do on the ground in the first half because they had a lot of success running the ball, and I certainly think we'll see more of that. But I'd keep an eye on that defense, and I think their coaches up in the box will do the exact same thing. If they start to see 1 or 2 guys start to creep towards the line of scrimmage, that'll be licensed to take some shots downfield.
Hurts.
It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. First target, first catch, and a first down.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the first down.
Up the middle with Barkley. And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43.
130 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. Running again with Barkley on second down.
And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Viking territory. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
And when you get good yardage like that on first down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
Here's Hurts to throw. Open man, that's Devontae Smith. And Devontae going to pick up the Eagles' first down as he's inside the 40 to the 38-yard line.
Barkley, inside handoff. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's second down.
Nice chunky yards on first down. It really opens up your options for what you want to do on second. You go right back to him and hope he explodes, or sucker the defense in before throwing over the top.
This short throw caught by Goddard. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. And 3rd and 1 now.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down.
On third down, Barkley. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. A third down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
Throwing is Hurts.
Over the middle to Smith. And able to use his stiff arm for a little bit of leverage before he's taken down. A pretty good gain.
Here's 2nd and 3.
Here's a give to Barkley. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. They'll run it again with Barkley. And Barkley did not get there. Defensively, they rallied the troops to force 4th down after that 7-yard pickup back on 1st.
They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL. And he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
Well, the Eagles are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
That's good for another Eagles.
They'll try and run for it with Barkley. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Saquon Barkley. His 3rd touchdown of the game, his 8th on the year.
And the Eagles take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead.
Elliott good with a PAT, and the lead is up to 8. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And fighting down inside the 25.
And he won't quite make it to the 25.
It's the Vikings' turn on offense. We get ready for their first possession of the second half.
And really, Charles, not much of a surprise that they're losing. They just haven't been able to get much of anything going in the pass game. And as you well know, in today's NFL, if the passing game isn't working, usually not much else is working either.
You're exactly right about that, partner. And I know that right now the easy answer would be, hey, let's run the football. But that might not be everything you need. So despite the fact that they've struggled throwing it, they've got to find some type of a play, multiple plays, that puts the ball in the air and allows for them to have some success.
They're looking for Jefferson, but this is intercepted.
And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line. That's now his 2nd interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. A handoff to Barkley. Runs through the contact. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30.
Boy, 175 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
Again, it's Barkley. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. We have played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL. And welcome back. We are in the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia. It's the Eagles in possession of the football and leading this one as we get ready to start the final quarter.
No touch that. Oh, it's Silver, ready? No touch.
Now Saquon Barkley.
And they're knocking on the door now as a good run there going to take this to about the 10-yard line.
That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards.
63.
This is Barkley. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
And he continues to rack up the yardage on the ground. That last run going to move him over 200 yards rushing now in this game alone.
The Eagles on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. And he will be very close to a 1st down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down.
They tried their best to pick up that 3rd and 1, but their surge wasn't enough to counteract what came back at them from the defensive side, was it?
Offensive line, especially in the middle. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown.
It's a 1-yard touchdown run, and the Eagles look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter.
Elliott good on the extra point, and the lead is up to 15 now. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
And out now come the Vikings.
So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead. And a really nice play call there to start the drive, especially if you're a team that has a little bit of a reputation for throwing it downfield. You come out, and you think maybe you can catch them off guard a little bit, and they did. Little screen pass, backdoored them, and that time worked well for a solid gain.
He gets it to Addison.
And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards.
Good yardage on the completion there. When they look at the scoreboard, they do understand a field goal is not going to do them any good. My guess, they're going to press the ball downfield as far as possible, try and throw it into the end zone and get a score because they know they've got to get that done and get the ball back as quickly as possible.
17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. Defensively here, you've got the cushion, but back-to-back pretty big pass plays there. Bend but don't break, but are they bending too much?
I think that they are. To me, it'd be like playing basketball, and you put up a token press. Make sure you get up there and make that.
And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings.
Aaron Jones
with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Vikings are able to cut into that deficit.
Extra point right down the middle as this gets them back within a touchdown and a 2-point conversion. So the lead trimmed down to 8 as here comes the kickoff, and it's away.
And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
The offense takes the field, and we turn our attention to Saquon Barkley. I guess it kind of goes without saying at this point, but he's had a great game, as we like to say, a nose for the end zone, no doubt.
Continues to find it throughout this game, and I'm sure he's got a nice place to live. He might want to make an offer on the end zone for a second home because that's what it's been like throughout this contest. He knows how to get there, and boy, he looks happy when he does.
He's already bought all the property in the end zone. That's the problem. He's going to sell to himself now.
2nd and 10.
Now it's Barkley. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. That 2nd down run, a big help. The 7 yards leaves them with just a 3rd and 3 now. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? You just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
And this is going to be an Eagles first down as the tackle made it about the 43-yard line. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. Hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break.
Hey, 73, 7. Don't touch that. Don't touch.
They'll try and run some clock here with Barkley. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. I'm sure that that's going to be the formula. Just keep the ball on the ground. Keep that clock moving.
And when you have the lead this late in the game, above all, stay in bounds. Yes, take care of the football. Yes, gain yardage, but stay in bounds and let that clock tick.
They'll go to Barkley again. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield after a gain of about 4.
And this is an absolutely big third down that's been set up here, partner, and there's no other way to put it. The defense has to get a stop here if they have any hopes of winning this game.
Has to. You said big third down. I'd put the word big in capital letters here. On the run, it's Barkley. He's going to be a yard short. Needed 4, but got 3. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it. Get the first down. Close it out.
And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. They'll run for it with Barkley. And he's not going to get there. Might have even lost a yard. Saquon Barkley denied on 4th down. And this defense will take over right near midfield at the 49-yard line. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways, because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Partner, they're clearly saving those timeouts, but they still have to work with some urgency to put themselves in the right position.
Plenty of time and 2 timeouts still at their disposal. 1st and 10 here. Darnold. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
Ooh, that's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle, so they're ready if a tackle happens in bounds.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. Here's Darnold. This is Chenault on the receiving end. Now the Vikings will use the 2nd of their timeouts, as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the 1st down. Now Darnold. And he's got it. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Darnold to throw. And this will be caught. Touchdown. So in the final minute here, now a 2-point conversion will tie the game. Here we go now as we get set for a big 2-point conversion. They're going to try and run for it. And he's not going to get there. The defense able to come up with a big stop, and they're going to hold on to their 2-point lead. So a little under 50 seconds to go. Plenty of time if they can get this onside kick. And the Eagles are going to recover. And that might be enough to put a bow on this one. And that's why you have your hands team out there on the field. Those are the best guys ready to make that play.
And let's face it, it was executed well. It wasn't a bad kick. It wasn't anything like that. Just that the normal outcome actually came to play. Analytics will tell you it's a very low possibility of getting the ball for the team kicking it in an onside kick situation.
You're all about the numbers, aren't you?
All about the numbers, baby. It's a new game now.
They don't lie.
So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here.
He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball.
And down inside the 40 to about the 38.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And that should do it. He's got a first down. And the Eagles, they can run it out from here. What a ball game this was. What an atmosphere this was. And the home team getting the late touchdown.